Free literature from the Brotherhood of the White Temple. The Brotherhood gives to its members a complete instruction in all of the fundamental laws of the cosmos. It teaches the individual how to develop his own inner powers so that he becomes perfectly balanced on the three phases of manifestation: physical, mental, and spiritual. It teaches universal law in all of its aspects so that the student learns the key truths which enable him to strip the veil from the symbols of all philosophies and religions and find the true God behind all manifestations. Why the Church was formed. For many years, Doreal, the founder of the Church, has been teaching the deeper forms of metaphysics, occultism, and philosophy to selected students. Most of these had acquired a foundation of religious, mystical, and spiritual lore preparatory to entering into the deeper work. It was found those who had done so were able to comprehend the deeper truths more quickly than those who had not the proper foundation. It is true that a great deal has been written on mysticism, philosophy, and religion, but in great part these are approached from an individual and not a universal viewpoint. Doreal has contact with the Great White Lodge, the Elder Brothers of Man, and is an agent for the foundation of the great spiritual kingdom of the coming Golden Age. The Church is intended to bring together all sincere seekers who desire to establish the Golden Age of the Christ kingdom on earth. We know that this can only come about when men create an inner harmony and understanding, and reflect the Christ light into the outer, material world. Doreal, the founder of the Brotherhood, has for many years made an intensive study of the Hebrew Kabbalah and ancient symbolism and related subjects. He has studied both the Old and New Testaments in the original and found many errors in translation and interpretation. By applying his knowledge of the Kabbalah, Hebrew, Greek, ancient symbolism, etc., and the Bible, he has been able to arrive at entirely new interpretations of a vast number of most important passages. By this interpretation, all of the hidden mysteries of the secret teachings of Jesus are made clear and one becomes able to live the true Christ life. With a correct interpretation of the great truth of the Christian Bible, a clear understanding of the lost mysteries which Jesus taught his disciples is obtained and one is able to live the true Christ life. Living the Christ life includes a working knowledge of the operative laws which Jesus taught his disciples but did not teach the multitude. In Matthew chapter 13, verses 11 through 16, Jesus says, "Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, which saith, By hearing ye shall, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and we should be converted, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear." We are thus told that Jesus taught in two manners, a mystery teaching for the initiated, and a simple ethical code for the mass who were unable to comprehend the mysteries. The Brotherhood believes that the time has come for the mysteries to be revealed to the mass, and for this reason has formed the Church as a medium through which the things hinted at in the Bible may be revealed. Each word uttered by Jesus has two meanings, one open and the other concealed. When we are able to understand that the concealed meaning is the important one, we have an incentive to attempt its understanding. Doreal knows that the time is at hand for the establishing of the Brotherhood of Man and the Christ kingdom on earth. The second coming of Christ will only manifest when man establishes a harmony of purpose, which will create a vibration attuned to the Christ consciousness. The Brotherhood of the White Temple was founded to aid in bringing about this condition of harmony of thought and consciousness. Our desire is to bring to man a plan of life through which all good things can manifest in his life and eliminate the chaos which manifests as negation, disorder, inharmony, poverty, war, and hatred. It desires to bring about the harmony of purpose, which is the manifestation of the true brotherhood of man and oneness of purpose with God's plan. Poverty, sickness, inharmony, and hate are all manifestations of the lack of understanding of God's laws. The true workings of these laws will enable each of us to take our place in the Christ kingdom. The Church is founded for one purpose only, to enable the individual to arrive at a greater understanding of the divine law, so that he may take his place as a member of the Christ kingdom on earth. What the Church teaches. The Church teaches all of the mysteries taught by Jesus Christ to his disciples. It teaches how to read the mystical writing found in the Bible and understand their true concealed meaning. It teaches you how to use the divine law to bring about healing of all bodily sickness and disease. It teaches you how to gain mental equilibrium and banish all fears and mental disturbances. It teaches you how to master the conditions of inharmony in your environment. It shows you how to use the divine law to manifest plenty instead of lack. It enables you to understand the deeper mysteries of God and to use your creative power to bring about a manifestation of harmony and happiness in every aspect of your life. You are shown your place in the divine plan and learn to regulate your life so that you may become a perfect channel for the divine Spirit. In the establishment of the Christ kingdom, each of us has our part. Some may be ministers and teachers, others workers in the plan. But each has a part, no matter how small that part may be. It is important to the success of the whole. When the Christ kingdom is established, all sickness, poverty, hate, and wars will be eliminated. You may think your part is small, your effect useless, but each part, each effort is magnified in the whole. We are passing from the age of darkness to the dawn of the new golden age. Make yourself ready to be a working part of the new age in which the divine light will shine in the world. Who may become members? Any person of any age, race, color, of either sex may become members of the Brotherhood of the White Temple Church if they are willing to subscribe to the doctrine of the Church and are willing to work to advance themselves in knowledge and aid in the establishment of the Christ kingdom. They must be willing to use the knowledge they gain to help others as well as themselves. They must be willing to support the Church and its work according to their means, and be constantly alert for any opportunity to spread the truth taught wherever fertile ground is found. Children are especially welcome, for we remember the words of Jesus, "Suffer little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." We must also remember the saying of Jesus, "Unless ye come as little children, ye shall in no wise enter the kingdom of heaven." We must all come as children, our minds cleansed by the spiritual baptism of cosmic fire, of all old ideas and concepts, for you will be taught many new interpretations of oft-quoted passages of the Bible. Regardless of race or color, all souls are from the one source, the Divine Spirit, and are all equally welcome in the Christ kingdom. We only ask that our purpose in gaining truth be unselfish and for the betterment of the world as well as ourselves. If you desire to align yourself with light and aid to banish the darkness of negation in the world, you are invited to become one with us. To all the members of the Church, a monthly sermon lesson will be sent, the Ancient Wisdom Teaching Lessons. This sermon lesson will explain some great principle of the Old or New Testament each month, together with the manner in which the seeker may utilize the principle in his everyday life. We believe that the laws and principles of the Divine Spirit, expounded by Jesus and the prophets, are just as workable today as in ancient times. If one has the true knowledge of these principles of life, so that all may order and harmonize all affairs of their individual life, and thus begin the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. In addition to the sermon lesson, there will be given a thought for meditation and concentration for each day of the month. The use of this thought will bring about ordered and harmonious manifestation in your everyday life. The monthly sermon lesson and thoughts for meditation will be sent so that each member will receive it by the first week of each month. Each week thereafter, during the month, a 500 to 1,000 word letter will be sent. Each of these letters will explain some mystical, spiritual, or philosophical principle with a clear relationship to some teachings in the Bible. In addition, various metaphysical laws will be fully explained so that the members may live more in accord with the laws of God. A total of 4 lessons is sent each month. The sermon lessons contain explanations of the original Gnostic teachings of Jesus, explanations of the Old and New Testaments, with metaphysical explanations and daily suggestions for spiritual concentration. The sermon lessons are prepared with the idea of giving the seekers a correct understanding of the principles of the divine as expounded by Jesus and the great prophets of the Christian Bible. It is the belief of the Brotherhood that the true teachings of the Bible have been lost by the Orthodox churches. It is the purpose of the Brotherhood to restore these teachings to their original form, making them understandable to everyone, even a little child. The sermon lessons are prepared for either individual study, family worship, or group meetings. They are intended to supplement and extend the scientific, metaphysical, and occult work of the Brotherhood. Mastering your destiny. Every person wants to master their life and the environment in which they live. Most persons fail to do so because they do not know how to use the divine laws of God in their everyday affairs. Many wise men of the past learned how to attune themselves with these mighty laws and use them, and as a result, became master of circumstances and things instead of being mastered by them. These men and women became the adepts, the masters so often referred to in occult lore. The Brotherhood knows these laws and teaches them to worthy students who sincerely desire to take their place in the divine plan and work in harmony with these laws. We recognize health as a factor in development and teach occult and metaphysical healing. We teach occult anatomy and the development of occult centers and powers. We teach you how to master the circumstances of your own life so that you become master of it instead of mastered by it. We teach the strange mysteries of the East long hidden from Western man. Secrets of the Kabbalah, alchemy, yoga, Gnosticism, and the ancient mysteries are taught clearly and simply so that both beginner and advanced students will gain enlightenment from the first lessons. You will be astounded by the knowledge gained by reading and applying the principles taught in these lessons. What the Brotherhood teaches. The Brotherhood recognizes the fact that each soul manifests through a different vehicle and a different degree of consciousness and development. It knows that the problems of each individual are different, and for this reason, it desires to help you with your particular obstacle. It recognizes that perfect health is a vital factor in development, for if one is constantly beset by pain and illness, it is hard for the full power of consciousness to be turned toward the divine light. For this reason, it teaches the laws of perfect health according to the divine plan. It shows you how to overcome all physical disturbances so that your efforts towards spiritual unfoldment will be unhindered. It teaches the way by which you will conquer space, time, and matter, and enter into the higher planes where the great adepts teach in a manner unknown to the material world. It shows you how to call upon your inner self for guidance in the problems which confront you in your daily life. It teaches you how to attain liberation from the material and how to awaken them, so that the inner power of the soul may manifest in the material world. It shows you how to contact both the Master within and the Master without, so that you may fully comprehend and use the mighty divine laws of the universal consciousness. It teaches you how the creative spirit brought all things into manifestation and how to harmonize yourself with this creative principle. It teaches the laws of cosmogony and the secrets of alchemistry and the ancient Kabbalah. It teaches the secret meanings of symbols so that their understanding may be applied to all religions and philosophies. It teaches you how to rejuvenate and vitalize all the organs of the body so that you may be more fully able to manifest in perfection of body, mind, and soul. The ancient yoga secrets of asana, posture, breath, and mantra, chant, are given in a manner adapted to the Western body, which vibrates on an octave different from the Eastern body. It teaches you how to recover the knowledge attained in past lives by reading the Akashic universal records. Finally, it teaches you how to become at one with the universal consciousness. All of the work given is for the purpose of developing your own inner power, so that you may become a perfect instrument for the divine consciousness to manifest through. You learn to find the great masters of wisdom and coordinate your efforts with theirs so that more light may shine on a world of darkness. You learn how to find your own part in the great plan so that you may perform the works best suited to your own talents. Light on the Path Magazine. Light on the Path is a magazine published by the Brotherhood of the White Temple. It has become recognized as one of the leading metaphysical magazines in the truth field. It contains 80 or more pages of inspiring articles and lessons on truth, most of which were written by Dr. Doreal. Most of the time, each magazine will be on specific topics such as healing or magnetism or personal development. Occasionally, we send out a special edition issue, which may be in some ways somewhat different from the regular issue and may also contain more pages than the regular issues. As the Brotherhood is a non-profit organization, it publishes this magazine at the cost of its production. The price of the magazine is $45 for a one-year subscription, plus $15 for the yearly postage costs, a total of $60. It is sent out 3 times each year, every 4 months. If you have not seen this magazine and would like us to send you or a friend a sample copy, please let us know and we will send one right away.